girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be testing a few bits from Sleek Makeup. Now, I have been wearing their Life Proof foundation. Like, I've tried it a few times. It's like kind of half empty. And the shade that I use in the Life Proof foundation is LP15 and it looks like that. However, they have also sent me their, what is this called? Vitality foundation. And this one is a light to medium coverage. So I don't know if I'm going to like this because I do quite like my full coverage. I do have, you know, scarring and stuff like this, and this is medium to full, so I do like the coverage of this one. But what I was thinking to do is like one on one side and then one foundation on the other side so you guys can see the difference. But anyways, let's start with the primer. So they have this hydrating primer from Sleek, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. Now, I do have oily skin, so I do tend to stick with like mattifying, blurring, pore filling type of primers, but this is the only Sleek primer I have, so I'm just going to do a little bit on my cheeks. Okay, so it feels like a cream, it feels like a moisturizer. So first I'm going to take the Life Proof foundation on this side of my face, and once again this is LP. Whoa, no, it's gone on my top. Why me? Yeah, this foundation is like pretty much half done, so I have used it. Now I'm gonna do that much and I'm just gonna begin dabbing it into this side of my face. I might have used a bit too much. Ooh, maybe because it's summer now, I've caught a tan. I might have needed the next shade down, but this shade did used to work for me a couple months ago, but now it's a little bit ashy. But I do like the coverage of it, as you can see. Now, I don't really need an extra layer in terms of coverage because that is really nice coverage for me, but I need the color to be a bit better. So I'm gonna take LP16 here and see what this color, oh, it's not even unwrapped. Let's dab that in. That's a lot more orange. But I really do like this formula of the Life Proof foundation. It's a really, really nice coverage. I've said this already, and it lasts pretty long throughout the day, and it blends effortlessly. Like you guys see, it just blends in flawless to the skin. So here is a side by side of the Life Proof foundation, and I hope you guys can see, like, it does a lot. It's a lot in terms of coverage. I really do like this. So now what we're gonna do is go in with the Vitality foundation on this side, and I have 15 and 16 once again. So I'm gonna start with 15 and see how we go. I'm assuming they're the same shades. So I'm gonna put that, I don't know how much to do because this one says light to medium coverage, so I'm not expecting much. Okay, so I've cleaned off my brush and I'm gonna begin dabbing this in. Oh, this color's a lot better for me. It's kind of in between the two that I mixed on this side. Blends effortlessly. Look at that, that was super quick. And you know what? The coverage isn't that bad because it said light to medium. I was kind of like, you know, but for like an everyday foundation, I'm not mad at it. It's definitely not as much coverage as this side, of course. Like even under the eyes and everything, you can still kind of see my scars and stuff, but I feel like it's such a nice natural foundation. Like it's your skin but better type of foundation, but it's nice. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that Vitality foundation because they did say it is light to medium. So I'm assuming it is buildable. So let's just go ahead and dab that in where I have more scarring. So looking closer at both foundations, I would say I definitely prefer the Life Proof foundation side, like coverage wise, and of course I've tried it before, like throughout the whole day, so I do know it lasts really well compared to the Vitality side, which is still looking a bit more glowy. It's definitely light to medium coverage, like they said. It's a really nice evening foundation, like even in your skin tone. So if you do like to go for like an everyday lightweight, you know, even out your skin tone type of foundation, the Vitality foundation is really good for that. However, if you are more of a full coverage girl, you have more scarring like I do, then definitely the Life Proof foundation will last you, you know, longer. The coverage is better, so it's up to you. Depends on what you like, but I like that they've got both choices. So next we're gonna go in with brows, and this is the Sleek Brow Kit, and it is the shade Dark. So it has a pigmented wax for shaping and a powder for setting. It also comes with a mini angled brush and a mini blending brush, and also mini tweezers. So let's go ahead and open this up. I'm not really a fan of mini tools per se, because it is kind of like hard to hold with your hand and stuff, but I get the whole point of it, because if you are traveling, it's good to have the tools on the go type of situation. So this is what it looks like, just the typical sleek packaging. And then here you have the tools that come with it. So like the brushes are like ridiculously small. You can barely hold that with my fat stubby fingers. I wouldn't use this to conceal under the brows. It's just so small. See? Yeah, the tools are not my favorite bit, but let's hope the product inside is better. So you get a wax on this side and then a powder on this side. Now looking at it, it is the shade Dark, but for powder, I do prefer my brows to have like a black powder. So I usually use this like eyeliner brow powder, and as you can see, I've hit pan, like I use it every single day. And this is the type of, I don't use the wax, I use the Revolution Brow Pomade, but to set it, I like to use this powder because it has like darkness. So obviously comparing it to the Sleek one, the Sleek one is a very, very light powder, but let's just go ahead and try it out first. So I'm just gonna do my brows like normal. Wow, okay, so the brow wax is super pigmented, very creamy, like it glides very easily onto the eye, brow. The color's not bad. It is a little bit ashy compared to what I like to go for, but because it's a wax, I can easily go over with like the black powder. But this looks really nice. That was really easy to do. So now I'm gonna dip into the powder, and I'm just gonna go on top of that and set it. Okay, so far I like the formulation of the powder and the wax. It seems to be working beautifully together. However, the color just isn't what I like to go for. So I'm just gonna go over it with the black powder that I usually use, because these brows are just too light and warm for what I like to go for. But formula wise, it's a good product. So do you guys see the difference? Now that I'm using the eyeliner powder, it's so much darker. But like I said, that is personal preference. So if you do have lighter brown hair, or you do prefer lighter eyebrows, then this would be a great kit for you. So yeah, I'm gonna go off camera quickly, do my other eyebrow, and I'm also going to do my eyeshadow. I'm gonna do a review of the I Heart Revolution Violet Chocolate palette, because I did get a palette from Sleek. Now, let me tell you this little quick mini story time. It's not an interesting story time, so don't get any snacks or anything. But I did have like tons of Sleek eyeshadow palettes, and I decided once upon a time to depot them all, and like half of them broke, and it's just not a good idea, so I had to throw all of the eyeshadows away. So Sleek did send me a eyeshadow palette, and you guys, if you know me and my eyeshadow style, like this is not what I like to go for. This is very neutral, like so I'm just gonna put it into a future giveaway, because it's just not my style of palette, and I know there's other people out there that will get use out of it. So what I'm gonna do quickly is go away and do a review of this palette, which you guys will see very soon, and then I'll come back so we can continue this Sleek makeup face. Okay guys, and I'm back. So I've done my look using the Violet Chocolate palette. I hope you guys like what I've created, and like I said, the video will be up on my channel very soon, or maybe even before this. I don't know which, you know, order I'm gonna upload them. But anyways, let's carry on with the testing Sleek. So next I have a Dip It eyeliner in the shade Black, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so it seems to be like a felt tip applicator. It's a very hard applicator. I do prefer like brush applicators, just because they're a bit easier to work with for me, but so far this is coming out really black. Let's try create a wing now. Okay. Application wise, beautiful. It goes on beautifully. It's so easy to use. So far I really like this eyeliner. It goes on super black. It's really easy to use. It's drying down matte, and so far I'm not noticing any cracking or anything like that. So far the eyeliner is really good. Okay guys, so my lashes are now on. So for concealer, I was gonna use the Sleek Cream Contour Kit, because it has like, you know, lighter shades for concealer. I might still do that, but I want to go in with my Revolution concealer first because I have used this before, as you can see, and the formula is really kind of creamy, and I feel like under my eyes it will just crease a little bit. So I wouldn't just use this as standard like straight concealer because it's very, very creamy, but as like an extra brightener on top of your concealer, it could work really well for that. So just a little amount on top of your concealer. So I'm going to do that. So first I'm going to go in with my Revolution C12 concealer quickly. So now what I'm going to do is take the contour shade, this one over here, and I'm going to contour. Now I have used this before, like I've said, and I absolutely love this for contour. It's so pigmented, so easy to work with, like it's so blendable. Look at that, it's just so easy to work with. And this is not even the darkest palette. I bought the darkest palette, I bought extra dark. This is dark by the way, but I bought extra dark before thinking that was my shade, and it's actually like way too dark for me. I don't know where it is right now because I've moved all my makeup room around. Should I get it? Can I be asked? Oh, just do it, Tammy. Yeah, sorry about that guys, I was just being lazy. But yeah, here we have extra dark. So as you can see, the highlight shades are just too deep to go under my eyes, and the contour shades I could still use them and make them work, but they're really, really deep compared to, so this is the dark kit and this is the extra, really. Yeah, so this is the dark kit and this is the extra dark kit. So I hope that helps you guys. I'm using the dark kit at the moment. Okay guys, so my camera actually overheated, so while I was off camera I went in with my Sacha Buttercup Light setting powder because I don't have a loose setting powder from Sleek, but I do have this cream to powder foundation, and I thought it was a cream at first, but actually opening it up and swatching it, it does kind of feel like a powder. So I'm just going to use it as an all over face powder, and this is the shade C2P141092. That is a very long name. I think it's two separate numbers, so I'm not quite sure if it's C2P14 or 1092, but yeah, I'm gonna take this shade and just use that to kind of dab all over my face to dust off the Sacha powder. So usually I do use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in dark. I'm hoping this does pretty much the same thing. But because it is a foundation type of powder, it might add a little bit more coverage than your average powder. So I'm not going in with too much. I really like that cream contour kit. It's stunning, I use it all the time. Okay, so far, this powder foundation thing has done a really good job of like dusting away the excess powder, leaving me with a flawless base. So it's nice, I like it. So now we're gonna go in and contour. I have two palettes from Sleek to contour with. This is the face contour kit in the shade dark, and I also have the Face Form contouring and blush palette in the shade dark. So I mean, they're pretty similar. They both will work for me anyway. So I'm just gonna take this one because it has blush as well. So I'm gonna start with the contour. And of course they're super cheap as well. I think this one is like £4.99, and then I think maybe this one's £6.99. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to say, I have tried Sleek eyeshadows before as well, of course, and they are really, really good quality. It was literally just the shade selection of that palette that I didn't like, but the actual formula of Sleek eyeshadows are really, really nice, and they blend beautifully. Take my powder brush and dust over that one last time. I'm also going to take a little bit of that powder and dust it down the side of my nose for contour. Now for highlight, of course, I do have the shades in here, but for my personal skin tone and preference, they are a bit too bronzy gold for what I like to go for. So what I'm gonna take, they have sent me the highlighting palette in Cleopatra's Kiss, but funny enough, I have already bought this myself, so I'm gonna put this one in a future giveaway. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's gold and it does have a magnetic closure, and then this is the inside. So you get two cream highlighters, which I'm not a fan of. I don't typically cream highlight, but you also get two powder highlights as well, a really light champagne-y color and then a bronzy golden color, which of course the bronzy gold is right up my street. So taking the bronzy gold color, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply. They are super pigmented. I mean, Sleek highlighter palettes are really well known for a reason. They are really blinding and gorgeous. This shade is gorgeous. So that is what that highlighter looks like. Now my personal opinions on the actual palette itself, I don't think it's worth it because I personally don't get much use out of it. It's two creams which I don't really really like. If you do like creams, then you might love this. But it also has that light champagne gold, which I can't really use. So out of all four, I can only use this one, and I paid £10 for it. So I mean, so I'm just gonna quickly do my lower lash line, and then I'll come back so we can finish with lips. Okay guys, so my lower lash line is done. I went for a nude waterline this time. I think it looks so dramatic and so like glam. I love it. So we're gonna go in with lips now, and Sleek were kind enough to send me 4 liquid lipsticks. So 2 of them are the normal Matte Me line, and then 2 of them are the Matte Me metallic line, and I'm not really a fan of matte metallic lips, so I'm gonna put these to the side for a giveaway because I feel like someone else will get use out of it. There's no point me sitting here, you know, swatching it and wasting it. So out of the 2, of course, I don't think the red will go with today's look, sadly. So we are left with this one, and this is called Birthday Suit, and it's like a nudie color. I definitely will need a lip liner with it, and I already know which lip liner I'm gonna use. I've been falling in love with this lip liner by obsession. It's called Screenshot, and it's like a purpley brown lip liner. So it is majority brown, but it has that purpley undertone to it. I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna go in with this, or do you want to see this swatch by itself? Let's do this by itself since it is a test in Sleek. So that is the color. So let's go in and line the lips. I have no idea if this color will go with my eyes, but we're winging it. Now I'm gonna go back in with that Birthday Suit. Okay, so now that it's dried down a little bit more, it is getting tackier by the minute. But, it is slightly sticky, but it's not my favorite liquid lipstick, definitely not. But here we have the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this testing video. Definitely let me know your thoughts on everything I've tried today. My favorite so far is definitely the Life Proof foundation, the cream contour kit. The cream to powder foundation thing worked really well as like a setting powder. Overall, I've had a really nice time testing everything, and because of the price as well, it is drugstore, everything's kind of under £15. I definitely recommend it. My face looks cute. Yeah, I like it. So Sleek, well done. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.